Hello everyone, Sunderek here. So today's video, you might saw the title already, and it is not clickbait. I seriously don't think the new character that miHoYo just released today with the name Shikanoin Heizou is going to be a single hand sword user, and here's why. A little bit about his background already. He is one of the detectives for the Tenryou Commission. He's also a very distant relative of Kano Nana. You can find Kano Nana as one of the shrine maidens in the Grand Narukami Shrine. She's very close to the Grand Sakura Tree and also the place where you get your lucky charms. So Shikanoin Heizou is already an emo confirmed. We currently don't know the star level, and we also don't know his weapon type. I know it is very common today when talking with people. I think a lot of people believe he is going to be a Nemo single hand sword user because the sword most people saw him carrying on his waist. That thing is actually called a jite. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing this wrong, but it is a very popular weapon used by detectives and police or just law enforcers in general in Asian Japan because it's short length and it's very handy to use. There's even an entire class of martial arts that evolved around that weapon. But the reason I don't think he's going to be a single hand sword user is because right now Anemo is very balanced in the sense that we have 6 playable Anemo characters in game so far. One of them, 5 of them each have a different weapon type, with Traveler being the 6th one, having a single hand sword user. With that said, Venti is bow, Sayu is claymore, Xiao is polearm, and Sucrose Catalyst leaves Jin and Traveler with single hand swords. Both of them are technically 5 stars, even though Traveler's not 5-star level, but both of them are 5 stars on paper. That not only leaves me with the guess that miHoYo is not going to release another single hand sword user because we have 2 already, and my guess is that he is going to be one of the other 4 weapon types, and that is essentially the reason why I'm making this video. As for star level, my guess is that he is going to be a 4-star, and it is mainly due to 2 reasons. Currently, for Anemo, we only have 2 4-star characters, being Sucrose and Sayu, and we have 4 5-star characters. The only element in game that has more 5 stars than 4 stars so far, other than Anemo, I believe is Heizou, with a very big difference ratio. I don't think they'll do the same for Anemo. I think they'll try to balance it out over time by adding more 4 stars. The other reason I think Heizou is going to be a 4-star character is because we're still lacking a very good Anemo support. For that, I specifically mean support that came out ever since Toma was released. If you look at all the other 5 elements in game, minus Dendro, who is not in game yet, Geo, we have Goro as the Geo specialized support for Ito. Electro, we have Sarah as the Electro specialized support for Raiden. Pyro, we have Toma as the Pyro specialized support for Hu Tao. Hydro wise, you can argue that there's no one so far, but the only new Hydro character released since then that can work as a DPS, so I'm not talking about Kokomi. Ayato, his support is actually Winjin, same support as Yoimiya. It is more because of his playstyle, so that Yoimiya support Winjin also ends up working on him, so there is no specialized Hydro support as well. And for Cryo, there are no new Cryo 5 stars. The only one that had a rerun recently is Eula and Ganyu, both of which are not new Cryo DPS, so Cryo doesn't have one, which leaves Anemo, which I believe, given that Xiao's new artifact just came out not long ago, and seems like they're going to push for Xiao to be on a more competitive level with his new artifact, and he might even be getting a rerun soon, my guess is that Heizou will either be a support for Xiao, or he will be a Nemo specialized support in general. Another news regarding his release today is that given the fact that his info or his official art is released today, I think miHoYo, given that it's normally 2 patches ahead of time. We're still in 2.6, so it's likely that he will be playable in 2.8. If miHoYo is confident enough to release 2.8 materials now, it should mean that miHoYo should be fairly confident on the deadline they set for themselves, which is June the 8th to launch the patch 2.7. Now, if you are wondering why June the 8th is the date, please check out my last video. And one last thing regarding patch banner predictions, given the fact that Heizou is going to come out in 2.8, but only his information came out today, my guess is that 2.8 will not contain any other new characters, which means 2.8 will be a pure rerun banner. Currently, my guess is that some sort of the Golden Apple Archipelago might get rerun and might get not. It depends up to what miHoYo thinks. If there are enough new player base that hasn't played the Golden Apple Archipelago yet. As for the banners, my guess is Kazuha, who has been basically been hiding for a year and everybody wants him. Klee, who hasn't had a rerun in a long time, and Klee is also a good intro character to get new players into Genshin. Even Xiao, because it's very likely that if miHoYo is both upping supports for Xiao and new artifact for Xiao came up not too long ago, but long enough that everyone probably that had Ayato or anyone that has been farming for Xiao probably have a set of close to done artifacts. So or Yoimiya might come in 2.8 if they decide to rate up Xiao in 2.7 instead, because lore wise Yelan is tied to the Chasm, and it makes sense that as one of the Yakshas, Xiao would have some tie with Chasms. So I think lore wise 2.7, depending on whether they focus on lore or they focus on banners. If they focus on banners, it will most likely be Yelan on the first half, Ito and Yoimiya on the second half. Otherwise, it might be Yelan on the first half and Xiao and Ito on the second half. And for 2.8, between Yoimiya and Xiao, who didn't get rated up in the previous one, and the two others should be Kazuha and Klee. And of course, Kuki Shinobu is coming 2.7, and Heizou should be coming 2.8. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you very much for watching. If you liked the video, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please make sure to leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts on who you like to see most in the 2.7, 2.8 banners. Thank you and have a nice day.